Let's put a little meat on that bone, because when you think about taxes, people think about that when they walk up into retirement and often realize, I've put all of this into pre-tax contributions into qualified retirement accounts.
Right.
What can I do to change that? Well, here's the first thing you need to know. There's no magic wand you can wave and not pay taxes, right?
Right.
That money has not been taxed. You have put it into a qualified account, whether it stays in your 401k or whether it rolls out to an IRA prior to you entering retirement. As soon as those funds come out, it's going to be taxed at ordinary income tax rate. So don't fall for any pitch that is out there that you can avoid taxes, right? We're not talking about avoiding taxes.
No, you're talking about reducing it.
Reducing it, and that's where it comes into play. And really one of the main mechanisms we can look at, John, is to determine if Roth conversions could be a viable option for you. Where your tax rate is now versus where your tax rate is in the future, it may be lower and it may not make sense, but in those first years of retirement, John, if you're going to be in a lower tax rate, that's when it may make sense to start converting some of the IRA and 401k money to Roth.
Yeah, and there is a double benefit here, because if you do that Roth conversion and do maybe even a series of Roth conversions before you retire, when you hit Social Security retirement age, that Roth is going to be a very, very useful tool for you, because Roth income is not included in the calculation that they go through to determine how much of your Social Security is taxed. Now, I know that just kind of went around by Laura's house for a lot of folks and maybe went in one ear and out the other, but understand that it's not just converting to a Roth IRA that's your benefit. It is the benefit of reducing the potential for tax on your Social Security. Of course, everybody's situation is different. We would need to sit down and run the numbers and take a look at whether or not this would be beneficial, particularly to Mark or really anybody who is listening to this, Scott. It is a very, very individualized situation, whether you can do this or whether it's going to be effective for you. But you know what? It's a whole lot better to check than to just go, oh, well, I'm just going to do it anyway, because that tax bill is not going to get less in retirement. It's going to be more as time goes on.
So some major takeaways here, Mark, for you is to begin with the end in mind. Think about income versus just how much you have saved. Don't forget to consider how much taxes how much you're going to have to pay in taxes in retirement. And if you're behind on your retirement savings, planning can let you know how much more you need to throw at it in your pre-retirement years.